Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Space Engineers. I've got something special for you guys today, but before I get into that, do all the things that YouTube likes, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and I'll be able to put out a lot more content. But today I have a bunch of ships. These are a bunch of ships that I built, and I wanted to share with you all because, well, I'm relatively proud of them. And it's kind of a journey from where I started to where I am now as a Space Engineers player, and maybe some of these design techniques will help some of you guys and all that. So this here is the Protector class fighter. It is a relatively mid-sized, kind of snubbish fighter. I originally built this one as a protector for a small, I guess, merchant kind of space station. But in the end, I just wound up making them my default kind of fighter. And I wanted to go through all the versions with you, starting with this one. This is the, well, again, the first version. It's black and white, mainly to help it be camouflaged against the vast void of space. But here on a planet, it's relatively easy to see. It is entirely hydrogen powered. It can take off and exist on a planet with at least, I think it can exist even on Pertam, although I don't recommend it as the controls get a little weird there. But here on the Earth-like planet, it is a relatively reliable and well-rounded fighter. It has some amazing stopping power with its wing reverse thrusters. For armament though, it's not as well, it is technically better well armed than the rest of them. It's got a pair of heavy assault cannons, a underslung autocannon, and a Gatling gun, giving it a relatively diverse firing platform. The second version here is effectively the same internally. However, I did change around the armaments to include 3 Gatling guns and 2 autocannons, and I had to change the nose. And I just want to take a second to appreciate this nose. I'm very proud of this one. I don't know why, but I'm quite proud of it. For like shell armor, it is mostly light armor with bits of heavy armor mixed in, especially near the nose. I'm pretty sure all these armor panels here are heavy, just to protect its guns primarily, as well as the, I guess, the pilot if you decided to ram somebody, which I definitely don't recommend. But swiftly moving on to version 3, the latest and the greatest. This one is equipped with, actually it's got a slightly different paint job as well. This one obviously has a very different paint job, completely doing away with the striped design of the original, but the version 2 brings it back a little bit with this forward stripe and the 2 on the back, giving it a slightly more unique profile than the version 1. But where the version 2 shines is with its internals, which I'm going to give you a kind of brief example of in a moment. But for now, the other obvious differences is the extra thruster on the side and the, I guess not obvious, but this one has a built-in AI package, as well as a different rear end than the version 1, with it kind of tapered in a bit more to, I guess, deflect more rounds and to give it more of a, I don't know, tail design. I don't know why I did that the way I did. Honestly, I thought it looked the same as the original, but oh well. As for the version 2's internal structure, this may look like a mess, but it is much better than the version 1's. Both of these internals are a mess. For some reason, there is like a pancake of conveyor converters somewhere in here. I don't know why I did that. It is one of the first things I built, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of slack, but still, it was inexcusably weird. So, getting into the internals, we have a medium cargo container, an O2H2 generator, there's the AI in there. It does still have a conveyor converter for this large hydrogen thruster, but here we are, we've got the hydrogen tanks, weirdly kind of sandwiched in there as well. Some conveyor junctions, more hydrogen tanks up the side. I think it's got 6 in total. It also has the GIP versions are also both equipped with decoys at the wingtips. Pretty sure version 2 has an extra gyroscope up at the front here, although I don't know if this one has it. I haven't stripped it back yet. But here's how that extra thruster is kind of just plugged in there. I genuinely don't know why I didn't do this with all of them, because this section remains relatively unchanged. Apart from this, this is a completely different add-on from this one, because I'm relatively sure I get these thrusters here and on the bottom, I'm pretty sure this one, are wired directly into this assault cannon. So you break the cannon, you're missing a couple of thrusters. So yeah, not the best wiring job in the world, but I'm much more fond of this one because it actually functions a lot better. Not just as a fighter, but as a ship in general. It has, I'm pretty sure, what is that, 6 downwards and upwards facing thrusters. I'm pretty sure it's only got the 3 for side to side though. Yeah. For forward it has 1 large and 4 small, and for stop it's got, I'm pretty sure, 8 small reverse. This one also has again Gatling guns. Good to have Gatling guns, and those auto cannons, amazing for making little strafing runs on whatever needs your immediate attention. Built more as a swarm fighter than a little camera view. Built more as a swarm fighter than a dog fighter, although if you're good enough, it does make a decent little dog fighter. It was definitely designed for space. As you can see, it's a little slippery here in atmosphere, or at least as you might be able to see. I can definitely feel it being caught on my rail. I can definitely feel it being slippery in atmosphere, which isn't always a bad thing, but on higher gravity planets, you're definitely gonna feel it. Well, that has been the GIP and otherwise Protector fighters. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like it. Come on, give me those likes, and especially those watch hours. Why don't you go ahead and watch my other content, seeing as you're already pretty much here at my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.